Circle Square Dao and I Ching. Circle Square Dao invites us into a cosmology rich with Dao, opposites, complements, dynamic balance, etc. Themes central also to the I Ching, Book of Change. The drum's use of trigrams with solid and broken lines will feel familiar to those who have studied or worked with the I Ching. This familiarity is a definite advantage. It gives one a foundation and a language with which to begin exploring the CSD framework. However, CSD system is not simply a reiteration of the I Ching, it differs in fundamental and structural ways. These differences emerge both in its conceptual scope and how it visually and energetically encodes universal principles. The most fundamental difference is the wordless, symbolic autonomy of CSD versus I Ching textual dependence. Circle Square Dao is composed entirely of symbols, geometric shapes, numbers, patterns, and images, with no written language or explanatory text accompanying it. Because it lacks explicit text, the knowledge is latent and encoded, thus requiring the process of decoding to reveal its full, unified meaning. This wordless nature allows CSD to transcend linguistic and cultural boundaries, representing universal cosmic principles accessible directly through observation, reasoning, and imagination. On the other hand, I Ching is fundamentally a textual and commentary-based system. It consists of two inseparable parts, the original Jo-I hexagrams and trigrams, which are symbolic but require interpretation. The 10 wings, which are classic commentaries and expansions that provide the philosophical, cosmological, and divinatory framework to interpret the symbols. Philosophically and historically, the I Ching's meaning cannot be separated from the 10 wings, they are jointly required to fully understand the system. This dual structure means the I Ching relies on language, philosophy, and interpretive context to unfold its significance. Additional three important differences are, conscious energy is core. CSD places conscious energy at its heart, presenting a worldview where conscious energy center is an originator, harmonizer and integrator of all forms and forces. This contrasts with the I Ching's traditional philosophical focus on dualities and cyclical change but without explicit emphasis on the center. Emphasis on dynamic interactions. While the I Ching focuses primarily on changes in a textual divinatory context, CSD's primary focus is interactions and energetic flows. Integration of form, force, and center. The CSD explicitly unifies form, force and center into a fundamental multi-layer 3-in-1 structure. This provides a geometric and energetic model that goes beyond the symbolic abstraction of the trigrams alone. For those familiar with the I Ching, your existing knowledge provides a useful springboard for understanding Circle Square Dao. Yet, this familiarity can sometimes create prejudices or blind spots, preconceptions that may limit openness to new patterns and perspectives that drum offers. Therefore, it is crucial to approach the drum's teachings with fresh curiosity, willing to suspend assumptions and imagine new interpretations emerging from the patterns themselves. What Circle Square Dao asks for is simple yet profound: curiosity, a desire to explore the symbols and patterns with an open mind. Reasoning, using logic and careful observation to see relationships, ratios, balances, and flows. Imagination, visualizing how forms and forces interrelate dynamically, sensing the living wisdom beneath the geometry and symbols. These make Circle Square Dao accessible to all who seek deeper understanding.